So I have a particular soft spot for the Revenge of the Fallen Mixmaster design. The original toy from 2009 is my favorite movie toy of all time. Probably actually my favorite Transformers toy of all time. It's great. Mine has some wear and tear because of how old it is, and I bought it used, so you know it was used by someone else before I got it, so yeah, but that didn't stop me from enjoying that amazing feat of engineering. So this toy has some pretty big shoes to fill. Hey, what's up? Today I have Studio Series Mixmaster, my first and right now only one of two Studio Series Constructicons that I own. This guy retails for about $30 in the US and $40 Canadian, and I would love to get the rest of these, but they're hella expensive nowadays. I do want to get the box set coming out in the future, you know, Studio Series 69. And, yeah, haha, very funny, 69, yes, immature jokes. And make a video on that. So I have a proposition. I have Patreon and a coffee tip jar down in the description. I want to make a promise here. If we can get at least $100 in combination between those two platforms, or if I get to 1,000 subscribers sometime soon, I will buy the box set and make videos on all of those figures, including the combination at the end. So if you really want to see videos on the box set of Devastator, you can either contribute to the links in the description below, or share the channel to your friends, or just hit the subscribe button, and that would be great. I would love to. It's just my prediction is that box set's going to be at least $300. So yeah, it's going to be expensive. So if you guys want to see that, hit all those buttons if you want, in whatever order you want, doesn't matter. With all that out of the way, Mixmaster is so awesome. So this Mixmaster is by no means better than the original. It has aspects of the toy that make it better than the original, and aspects that make the original better than it. This is definitely the more movie accurate representation of the character and is more structurally sound. Like, my biggest complaint of the original is how flimsy it can be, especially, you know, after some time of having the thing. It came out in 2009 and it does not want to stand up anymore. You have to like lean it forward. It's not great. This new one is solid and well built, and I love that. It does come disassembled out of the box, but they do give you instructions on how to put it together. It's a little bit tough just because of the tolerances, but it should be pretty easy. The proportions can really throw some people off. It looks so freaking weird next to a proportional figure, but I like how unique the design is. It's very crab-like, or as some people have called it, it looks like the Independence Day aliens. My one issue with this guy is that the feet are just a little too loose out of the box. Hopefully, and again, if I'm able to get the box set, that's not going to be an issue on that version. But yeah, my figure's feet are too loose, so he kind of tends to fall forward a lot. The amount of sculpted detail on this figure is mind blown. It's great. You'd never get bored looking at this dude, especially in the torso. There's a lot of nice detail in there. It looks fan-freaking-tastic, especially compared to the old one, because the old one doesn't really have as much sculpted detail now that I look at these two together, and I thought the old one was nice to look at. Excuse me, I hit puberty there. The back, though, is straight up truck cat. Don't look at the back. Just don't look at the back. It's just the truck upside down. Mixmaster toys have never been good at hiding the cab of the truck. This one's upside down at the front. The original's shoved in his butt. Devil Savior Split is just kind of like hanging out the back there. I don't know, there's something wrong with truck modes in Mixmaster, but this one at least hides it the best. It's definitely not the normal Mixmaster design, but it is my favorite. This guy is an especially hard boss to fight in the Dark of the Moon game too. I remember spending I think probably at least like 3 or 4 days just trying to beat this guy, but that was back when I was really bad at video games. Now I'm just bad at video games. Hey Google, play the Warthog song.
Music. I don't usually play music in COD. Oh yeah, do you guys have it on Xbox? Or you can...
But he was the most fun boss to fight in that game, so that's another reason why I like this figure so much. He is quite a wide boy, just like the original, but again, it's more solid than the original. The solidness comes from the arms. The arms are a lot more solid than the original because they have less joints in them, less potential to be loose, less potential for him to fall apart. So I like that about this new version. Posability isn't as good as the original because the original had like a billion joints in its arms, like I just mentioned. But what's here is serviceable. I just wish the shells of the drums were on ball joints, so you could angle them more than what the hinges get you, because in the film you see Mixmaster a lot with the arm panels flipped vertically, whereas on the toy they're horizontal to the arms. So I wish you could flip them around and like pose them however you wanted, like the original one. That would have been nice. Transformation is definitely not as difficult as the original, which is known for having like the most complicated transformation out of like almost any figure that's ever come out, but it is still involved. I do enjoy the transformation almost as much as the original because I like a good complex transformation, but this one, there are just some tab clearances that kind of get a little finicky at some spots, but overall it's pretty good. The truck mode is perfect. Yeah, the hands are at the back, but who cares? It's got to do 3 modes for only $40, so I can forgive the hands just sticking out the back. I mean, I know they will bug some people, but for me, I don't really mind. It's a super detailed truck because it is officially licensed by Mack Trucks, which is awesome. When they officially license, that's how you say that word, when they officially license figures, they always get really good vehicle modes, but sometimes the robot mode kind of suffers, and in this case, it doesn't. Both modes look great. The original has some different proportions with the new one, but I did some Googling. Yes, that is a word I'm going to use. I did some Googling, and these 2 trucks do exist in Canada, at least in my area where I live. I see a lot of the original toy cement truck driving around, the shorter, stockier ones, and I don't see the new Studio Series Mixmaster. I don't see that truck anywhere in my area, but again, after some Googling, I saw that they did exist in the United States at least. So both of these cement trucks do exist, which is pretty cool. I was going to mention how the proportions of the old one look kind of chunky next to the new one, but that does exist, so I mean, it's accurate. Cement truck mode is proportional, which is funny because the robot mode is nowhere near proportional at all, but it looks cool next to the rest of the Mixmasters I have and fits in quite well. I would love a G1. I'd love a G1 repaint of just all of Devastator, but I don't think they're gonna do that because you never saw it in the movie. Then again, they made Thundercracker and we never see him in the film. I don't know, Hasbro's weird. Overall, I really like this. Plastic is top notch, durability and build quality is great, the detail is nice. It just doesn't have the same spunk as the original figure, but it's still great. It has the better third mode because I actually like how it freaking combines as opposed to turning into a gun that just looks like he fell over and landed on his face. And it's just overall a nice and solid representation of this character. Unlike Devil Savior Split, which was the other one I was looking at when I was thinking of purchasing a new Mixmaster, and I would, from what I've seen from MGO and Jobby the Hong, avoid that. Anyways, that's my look at Studio Series Revenge of the Fallen Mixmaster. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram, Patreon and Ko-fi, all that stuff linked in the description. Subscribe, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.